You've been told your entire life that if you want more, you have to work harder, push more, chase more, hustle until you're exhausted. And if you're not tired, you must not be doing enough. But what if that belief is the very thing keeping you stuck? What if the harder you chase, the further everything runs from you? Think about it. The more desperately you want something, the more pressure you create. And that pressure turns into tension. And that tension pushes opportunities away without you even realizing it. Because desperation has a signal. People can feel it. Life can feel it. It says, I am lacking. I am incomplete. I need this to be okay. And the moment you send that signal, you step out of power. You start forcing life instead of flowing with it. But here's the truth most people never realize. The people who seem to attract everything are not chasing harder than you. They are different on the inside. They move differently. They think differently. They respond differently. They are not driven by fear or pressure or the need to prove something. They are calm. They are grounded. They are in control. And because of that, everything starts moving toward them. Not because of luck, but because of who they have become. This is the philosophy the Stoics understood thousands of years ago. Men like Marcus Aurelius, who ruled an empire, yet mastered his own mind first. They didn't believe in forcing outcomes. They believed in mastering the self. Because when you master the self, you change the way reality responds to you. In this video, you're going to discover 10 brutal Stoic rules that will shift everything, not by making you work harder, but by transforming who you are at your core. So you stop chasing and start attracting. Stay with me until the end, because the last rule is the one that ties everything together. And once you understand it, you will never look at success the same way again. Now let's begin with the foundation of everything, the part most people ignore, your inner state. Because before you change your life, you must change what's happening inside you. Rule number 1, preferred indifference. This might sound strange at first, but listen carefully. The more you need something, the less likely you are to get it. Not because you're not trying, but because you're trying from the wrong place. A place of lack, a place of fear, a place that says, I am not enough until I have this. And that energy repels everything. Think about it. Have you ever wanted someone's approval so badly that you started acting different, more nervous, more forced, less like yourself? And somehow, the more you tried, the worse it got. But the moment you stopped caring, the moment you relaxed, everything shifted. You became natural again, confident again, attractive again. That's the power of not needing. It doesn't mean you don't want success. It means your peace does not depend on it. You say, I would love to have it, but I am already whole without it. And that's when everything starts moving toward you. Rule number 2, become anchored in the present. Most people are never truly here. Their mind is somewhere else, regretting the past or fearing the future. And because of that, they lose their power. Because power only exists right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. Think of your mind like a lens. If it keeps moving, it can't focus. It can't create anything. But when it becomes still, when it locks into the present, that's when clarity appears. That's when performance rises. That's when things start to change. Because You are finally fully there in your work, in your words, in your actions, and in a world full of distraction. Presence becomes rare, and rare is powerful. Rule number 3. Turn obstacles into fuel. Most people see problems as a sign to stop. They think, this shouldn't be happening. This means I failed. But the Stoics saw it differently. They believed the obstacle is the path, not something in the way, but the way itself. Every rejection is shaping you. Every setback is building you. Every difficulty is preparing you. The question is not, why is this happening to me? The real question is, how can I use this? Because weak people break under pressure, but strong people transform because of it. Like fire, a small flame is destroyed by the wind, but a strong fire grows stronger because of it. You must become that fire. Rule number 4. Reclaim your inner authority. Right now, how much of your mood is controlled by other people? Someone ignores you, and it ruins your day. Someone criticizes you, and you lose confidence. Something small goes wrong, and your entire energy drops. That means one thing. You don't control your state. The world does. And if the world controls your state, you will never build anything powerful, because you are constantly reacting. The Stoics taught one simple truth. You cannot control what happens, but you can control what it means. And that changes everything, because meaning creates emotion. Emotion creates action. Action creates results. So when you take back control, you stop reacting. You start choosing. You stop being pulled, and you start standing still. Calm, grounded, unshaken. And when you reach that level, people feel it. Opportunities feel it. Life responds to it, because you are no longer weak. You are stable, and stability is power. Now we move deeper from your inner state to how you act and how you use your energy, because it's not just about thinking differently, it's about moving differently. Rule number 5, the power of strategic stillness. We live in a world that worships constant action, always doing, always moving, always chasing something. And if you stop, you feel guilty, like you're falling behind. But here's the truth. Movement is not the same as progress. You can be busy all day and still go nowhere, like a rocking chair. It moves a lot, but it doesn't move forward. Most people are not taking action. They are reacting to anxiety. They move because they are afraid. Afraid things won't work out. Afraid they're not enough. So they rush. They force. They overdo everything. And that leads to mistakes, burnout, confusion. But powerful people move differently. They know when to act. And, more importantly, they know when to pause. Because clarity doesn't come from chaos. It comes from stillness. Think about muddy water. If you keep shaking it, it stays dirty. But if you let it sit, it becomes clear. Your mind works the same way. When you slow down, you start hearing something deeper. Your intuition. And that's where real decisions come from. Not panic, not pressure, but alignment. And aligned action is powerful. It creates results with less effort. Rule number 6, gratitude as an energy field. Most people get this wrong. They say, I'll be grateful when I get what I want. But that mindset keeps them stuck, because gratitude is not a reaction. It's a signal. When you are constantly focusing on what's missing. You train your mind to see more lack, more problems, more negativity. But when you shift and start appreciating what you already have, something changes. Your perception, your energy, your awareness. Suddenly, you notice opportunities you didn't see before. You notice people, ideas, chances that were always there, but you were too focused on what you didn't have to see them. Gratitude doesn't make you passive. It makes you powerful because you operate from abundance, not from emptiness. And when you feel full, you stop chasing. And when you stop chasing, things start coming to you. Rule number 7, emotional sovereignty. This is where most people lose everything, not because of lack of skill, but because of lack of control. They let emotions run their life. They say, I'm angry because of them. I'm sad because of this. But that's not true. Your emotions don't come from events. They come from your interpretation of those events, the story you tell yourself. And most people never question that story. They just react immediately, automatically, without awareness. But strong individuals do something different. They pause, they observe, they ask themselves, what am I thinking right now that is creating this feeling? And that question changes everything. Because once you see the thought, you can change it. And when you change the thought, you change the emotion. And when you change the emotion, you change your energy. And energy is everything. Because every time you react emotionally, you lose power, you leak energy, you weaken your focus. But when you stay calm, centered, in control, you conserve that energy. You direct it. You use it to build something greater instead of wasting it on temporary feelings. And when you reach that level, you are no longer controlled by life. You become the one who shapes it. Now, everything comes together. Not in your actions, not in your goals, but in who you are at your core. Rule number 8. The philosophy of enough. This is where the shift begins. Because most people are running on one hidden belief. I don't have enough. I am not enough. And that belief drives everything. The chasing, the stress, the constant pressure. They think, if I get more money, more status, more validation, then I will finally feel complete. But that moment never comes because the feeling of not enough doesn't disappear. It follows you into every success, into every achievement, and it turns even winning into anxiety. But the moment you shift and realize something simple, you already have enough to be at peace. Everything changes because now you are no longer desperate. You are no longer chasing to fill a hole inside you. You are moving from a place of fullness, and that is power. Because a person who feels whole is fearless. They take bigger risks. They speak more honestly. They act without hesitation, not because they need to win, but because they are already okay. Rule number 9, the courage of authentic expression. You cannot build a powerful life on a fake version of yourself, but that's exactly what most people do. They follow paths they don't truly want. They chase goals that were never theirs. They become who the world expects them to be, and slowly they lose themselves. They feel stuck, drained, disconnected, because deep inside, they know this is not me, and that creates friction. Constant résistance, like driving a car with your foot on the brake. No matter how hard you push, you won't go far. But the moment you stop pretending, the moment you speak your truth, the moment you choose your own path, something powerful happens. That friction disappears. Your energy flows again. You become aligned. And when you are aligned, everything accelerates. The right people find you. The right opportunities appear, not by chance, but by resonance, because you are finally being real. Rule number 10, trust the timing. This is the hardest one, because it requires something most people don't have. Patience. We want everything now, success now, money now, results now. And when it doesn't happen, vepanits. We doubt. We feel like we are failing. But what if nothing is wrong? What if the delay is not rejection, but preparation? Because think about it. If you receive something before you are ready, you lose it. Or worse, it destroys you. Life is not just giving you results. It is shaping you into the person who can handle those results. So when things don't happen on your timeline, it doesn't mean you are behind. It means something is still being built inside you for you. And the moment you trust that, something incredible happens. You relax. And when you relax, you stop forcing. When you stop forcing, you stop resisting. And when you stop resisting, life starts flowing again. And this is the truth that changes everything. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are, your energy, your state, your identity. That is what shapes your reality. So if your inner world is chaotic, your outer world will reflect that chaos. But if your inner world becomes calm, becomes clear, grounded, then everything outside begins to align. Not because life suddenly changed, but because you did. And here is where it all becomes real. Not theory, not motivation, but truth. Because at the end of the day, life does not respond to what you say you want. It responds to what you tolerate, to what you repeat, to who you are. When nobody is watching, you can visualize success all day. But if your mind is full of doubt, fear, and insecurity, that is the signal you send. You can chase opportunities, but if your energy is desperate, they will slip through your hands every single time. Because life is not reacting to your words. It is reacting to your state. And your state is something you choose every moment in how you think, in how you respond, in how you carry yourself. When things don't go your way, that's where the real power is. Not when everything is easy, but when everything is uncertain and you still remain calm. You still remain grounded. You still trust that what is meant for you is already on its way. Because once you reach that level, you are no longer chasing life. Life starts responding to you. Doors begin to open. People begin to notice. Opportunities begin to appear. And it feels almost effortless. But it's not magic. It's alignment. It's discipline. It's becoming the kind of person that success cannot ignore. And when you understand this, really understand it, you stop asking, how do I get what I want? And you start asking, who do I need to become? So now you have the truth, not the version the world sells you, but the one that actually works. You don't need to chase harder. You don't need to force more. You don't need to exhaust yourself just to prove something. What you need is alignment, because everything you want is not being held back by the world. It's being held back by the version of you that you are still choosing to be. And that might be uncomfortable to hear, but it's powerful, because it means you are not stuck. You are not waiting. You are not dependent on luck. You are one decision away from shifting everything. One shift in how you think. One shift in how you react. One shift in how you show up. When life tests you, that's where your new reality begins. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now, in this moment. So don't try to apply everything at once. That's not how transformation works. Pick one rule, just one. Maybe it's learning to let go of needing control. Maybe it's choosing to stay present instead of overthinking. Maybe it's staying calm when everything around you feels uncertain. Whatever it is, commit to it for the next 24 hours. Fully. No excuse, no half effort. And then watch what happens. Watch how people respond to you differently. Watch how situations feel lighter. Watch how opportunities begin to appear when you stop chasing them with tension. Because this is not about magic. It's about mastery. Mastery of your mind. Mastery of your energy. Mastery of who you are when life doesn't go your way. And when you reach that level, you don't need to beg life for anything. Life starts responding to you naturally, effortlessly. So if this message resonated with you, don't just scroll away. Take action right now. Comment below. I relax. I trust. I receive. And more importantly, live it. Because the moment you do, you stop chasing life. And life finally starts coming to you.